Hey Clashers, we are actually on my small account because today we're going to take a look at our second clan capital which we formed, and it is already on capital hall level 3, which is kind of nice. And today we want to take a look at a troll base. This troll base is kind of game breaking, and the reason why I did not share it earlier, because to be honest I want to have everyone at least having 1.5 right weekends of fun, because this base is so bad. Like, it's really annoying to attack. It is insane, and this entire idea is coming up from Leon, from my community. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I will give you guys the link down below in the description, because this guy came up with an idea. Because on capital hall level 3 you have only your ram to get through walls, no jump spells whatsoever. So what he did, he created a maze. For the troops to run through. But the key thing of this is that, well, you have only one closed compartment, and all of the other walls are not long enough to get targeted by the ram. What does this mean? The ram and the wall breakers have the same thinking. They have the same thinking, which means all of those walls in the beginning, they cannot get broken. You can see when we activated this base, we're getting up to 18 defenses on capital hall level 3, which is crazy. Like, you typically do not get those numbers. We have on our offense, like, I think 8 attack average or something to take down the entire other clan capital, and this is more than double the amount. So you can see how many defenses this clan capital actually gave, and there's even a 0-star defense in there. So I think we should take a look at that, how it's actually working, because it is super fun. So we're starting things off with the ram, and you can see it is not targeting anything. It is not targeting anything, and because the ram is not working as the super wall breaker, it is not opening anything. And now he has to come with the giants, but we have made sure that the range of those walls is structured that the super wizards cannot reach over the walls. Like, the buildings are too far away. And now we have this town hall. It looks great because he might get a lot of splash with the super wizards on the town hall, but the sad story is, there is literally 0 value. Now you might think, it's okay, that base looks crap because I'm just going to use sneaky archers. Well, that's not how it works either. So let's take a look at how archers actually work. We can see he's trying to target those buildings, but by the time where those troops ran through the maze, they are already visible. So you can see this maze is incredibly annoying. And I know it's a little bit unfair for me to activate this base because it's really annoying to attack. So if you stick around in this video, I will share in the end how you can counter those bases, because there's somewhat counterplay, even though it means you still would need quite a few attacks more than on the classic clan capital 3 base. This base looks like a troll base, but it is probably the best clan capital or capital hall level 3 base which is out there at the moment. It is the best. And as I said, the reason why I did not share it already last week is because I wanted to make sure that the experience of the right weekend for everyone is fun, and not like for those guys. I'm feeling kind of sorry at the same time, though. It's so satisfying to watch that I guess I'm not really that sorry. So you can see with all of those traps, archers do not have a great time. The cannon is placed that everything what is going for the town hall is getting taken down, because the giants are getting taken to the other side of the base with this maze overall, with this labyrinth. So that's already kind of crazy. It's oh my goodness, I love this base. It is so much fun seeing those people just lose their mind, it seems like, and we can just keep seeing it. They keep trying, going in, and now they're doing something which I love to watch, because take a look at that. He is going in with mass giants. He noticed super wizards are kind of tricky as soon as you're not like taking down all of the other defenses. Now he's running into those bomb towers, and with that town together and the giant bombs which are behind those bomb towers, all of those giants are just gone within seconds. And this is just so satisfying to watch. The only problem of this base, obviously, is like you can't defeat it, obviously, and I will share at the end of the video how it's done. But one of the things is, as soon as you're breaking through the first line, the rest of the base gets easier and easier. Obviously, it takes some time to break through that line first. That's like the first objective, kind of, to do so. But to get to this point, the first attackers have to, like, are going to get like percentage We have seen people who got in the first attack like 0%. We have gotten people like at 1 to 2%. Those are like the classic first percentages on this base. And I really thought a long time if I should actually share this, because I know it's going to be really, really annoying to face this. But hey, that's again the idea of this channel, creating problems, but then as well giving the solution to this problem. That's why you're watching to the end of this video, because I will share it at the end how to attack bases like this. But you can see at this point, he broke the first line of defenses. He got through the first line of defenses. That's amazing, but it took them already to this stage, I think like 5 attacks or something. So a lot of the attacks actually had to be used, and that's only because of this maze in the beginning. The troops have to go through all of this. It is so fun to watch. You feel bad, but at the same time, it's just way too much fun to not laugh about it. So you saw the maze is completely obliterating things. And the crazy thing about this is, if you take a look now at the numbers, like see, okay, it's 6 defenses overall. How many percentages they got in the first couple of attacks. But if you take a look as well at the numbers overall, how many attacks you normally need, because I saw a lot of people from last weekend showing their Capital Hall level 3 warlock, kind of like how many districts they were able to take down. And if you think about that, if you take a look at ours, like you can see our average. What is our average? We have 7 over there, 8, 6, 9. Our highest was 11. So I think an average of like 8 maybe. I think that's fair to say, 8 or maybe 9. But it's like way below 10. So that's like our offensive average. But obviously, if you take a look at the defense, you can see it's up to 18, which is more than double the amount, which is kind of crazy if you think about it, that just the base can get such a big difference. Because obviously people said, okay, we're starting things easy. Clan Capital Hall level 3 is quite easy. But actually with this base, you're forcing your enemy to do a lot of mistakes. But there is the screenshot with all of the traps if you want to copy it. You need to remove 1 decoration though. I think it costs like 10,000 or something, Clan Capital Gold, but it's worth it. It is worth it 100%. You need to take care of that to make sure that you're creating space for your walls to place and being able to create this maze overall, to have those troops to run through something. But what I want to show you guys as well is the other 2 bases which we have over here. They're kind of working with a similar style, but the Barbarian Camp, there's so many openings that it's really hard to do, but still has defended pretty well. I think most of the clans took like 4 to 5 attacks on this one, which I'm really happy about, because Barbarian Camp has a really crappy start over like layout. But this one as well, Wizard Valley, people took this down in like 5 to 7 attacks. So you can see already way more attacks, because you can way better control where people are entering. So I will show you guys as well how to attack this. Then I will share with you guys how to attack those bases, because trust me, if you're Capital Hall level 3, you are going to face those bases next weekend, guaranteed. So let's take a look at some defensive stats. And as I said, overall it took down 5 to 7 attacks for this base, and we can see a lot of people have not figured out how to block those bridges, because the idea of this one is not to block those bridges at all. Like the top bridge, you can see it is not blocked. The district hall side is not blocked either, but they cannot go for the spear thrower. They can only go for the clan or for the capital hall. So that's like the important thing over there. But now the all-important question: how do you beat those bases? Well, one thing which I didn't know before that either is spells are stacking in the clan capital. Did you guys know that? Well, for me it was something new. So what you can do, and the only thing which actually works on those type of bases, is the first attacker kind of has to sacrifice his first attack, with pretty much mainly triggering the traps and contributing to the next attacker with dropping the heal spell really far into the base. And the next attacker then, like the second attacker then, has to drop his own spell on top of the other heal spell, because what this does is doubling the healing effect. And with that, obviously because the defenses have not that much damage output just yet, with that, obviously the healing is just enough to get through all of those defenses. It will still take you 3 to 4 attacks, but at least it does not take 5 to 7 attacks like for the majority of those guys. You can see the giants and everything have to walk all the way, all this pathing and maze and whatever. And he's kind of smart with coming in from the flank. So this guy already knows what he's doing. but it's still not enough to get really far into this base. And we can see again, this is already again their third attack or something, so it takes really long to break this first line if you do not use the healing trick. Obviously, one thing which I don't even know because I have not asked Supercell, how, for example, the Frost spell works. The Frost spell is reducing the attack speed of defending troops, of defending, or whatever is going to hit on defense, okay? So, like, defenses overall as well. So, the question is this percentage based? Is this a fixed amount of number? Which means that is then going to get added? Because so far, it feels like heal spells, like, it does not feel, but it's a fact, heal spells do stack. So the question is, how does that work with rages? How does that work with the frost spell, for example? So you can see already, there's a lot of things which we can still discover in this new village. And I'm super excited to see how that's all going to work. Meanwhile, we can see some people just completely struggling on those bases. And obviously, without any disrespect whatsoever, any offense, it might not have been the best attackers. And in addition to that, a lot of those guys are still trying to figure out the new village. So it's kind of unfair to just say, okay, they're just bad or whatever. It's a layout which I have not seen anywhere just yet. With an idea which I have not seen anywhere just yet. So triggering out that those players are kind of new to this mode and everything would be super unfair to just say, okay, those are super bad attackers or whatever. I think that's not fair at all for them. So please keep that in mind. Copy the layouts if you want to. I hope you know now how to counter them as well, because you might find them a couple of times in your next raid weekend. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow for the next video. Until then, see ya and bye bye.